Hey, what's up, guys? Benny here with Challenge Reality News. I'm here by myself today. Ronnie might be joining me a little bit later, but we're talking all about the Challenge Double Agents episode 15, I believe. And you guys, this was like one of my favorite episodes so far. Like, this season gets better and better, and I feel like Big T was the star of this season. But we're going to talk about all of that. I first want to start with the beginning of this episode. So it's getting down to the wire, you guys. Everyone has their gold skull except for Big T. Big T. And the thing is, I feel like everyone in the house, they're all friends now, you know? And so everyone wants to help out Big T. They want her to get her gold skull. But the problem is, who's going to go against Big T? And there's only really two people. Everyone thinks that it's going to be Anissa. You know, people want Big T to go against Anissa because they feel like maybe Big T can beat her. And I have to agree with that. I think that Anissa was the best bet, not taking anything away from Anissa whatsoever. She is a challenge legend. She is a challenge OG. But I think for Big T, her best bet was Anissa. And I loved how CT was just trying to help her and train her. And you could tell, at least for me, and we'll talk about it a little bit more, but at least for me, I do really feel like he wanted her to do well. I think he wants her to do well in this game. I think he wants her to, overcome all of her fears that she has, and he just wants her to be a beast. So yeah, I thought that was really cool how they are, pepping her up and trying to, give her confidence and say, you can do this, Big T, you can do this. So let's go to the actual daily challenge. And this challenge was so freaking cool, you guys. Like, I was like, I wish I could do this. You're going up in a plane, you're going so high like no other, and you have to jump down, fall out, and you have to memorize this puzzle, which I thought was freaking epic. And so everyone is pumped except for Big T. And bless her heart, bless her heart. She was so scared, and I felt for her. And there was a moment where I thought that she was not going to do it whatsoever. And I was going to be so bummed about it because I was like, Big T, you got to do this. This is all about you. I felt like this was like the Big T show last night, and I loved every second of it. So everyone does it. And let's see. I thought it was interesting with Anissa and Kyle, who they picked to go first, and, the order that they put everyone in. And the funny thing is, well, this isn't funny, but they made Big T, she was like right by the door. So the girl who was scared like no other out of everyone is the one that's like right by the door. She has to, I think she's going second. But you know what? She pulled through. In the end, it was who won this daily challenge? I want to say it was Leroy and Casey. Leroy and Casey are freaking, they are beasting through this season. Like, they're doing so well. I'm so proud of Leroy because he just has some bad luck sometimes during seasons, and he's been playing a really, really good game. Like, I've said this throughout every single episode of Challenge Reality News that, I want Leroy to take on the W. He deserves it. He deserves it so much. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Do you want Leroy to take home that W, or who do you want to win the whole thing? So I want to talk more about the actual challenge. So when everyone gets down on the ground, they have to race like a little over a mile and a half or half a mile, and they have to put the puzzle together. So Big T, she wasn't able to make it all the way. She was slowing down. CT was pushing her, telling her hurry up. I will say I didn't like how CT was talking to Big T though. You know, it was the girl was trying her all, and she did a major accomplishment. And she said it herself in the show, you know, she was like, I'm proud of myself for doing what I did. And, you know, I'm just seeing a different side of Big T, which I really, really like. She's becoming more confident. She's becoming more into her own, which I really appreciate and I respect. I do understand where I get where CT is coming from about being, you know, frustrated. You know, this is part of the final. You know, you're gonna have to have a lot of endurance, but there is a certain way to talk to people, I think, and there's a certain way to uplift people. I think he needs to do more uplifting than playing, you know, the playing the bad cop, I guess you can say. So I do really like how Big T stood her ground, and she pretty much told CT, look, I know we didn't win. My fault for not speeding up, but I'm proud of myself. I did this crazy thing of jumping out of an airplane, you know, thousands of feet above land. So I was so proud of her, and everyone's faces were just like, when they were jumping out of that plane, it was crazy. I was like, I want to do this so bad, but yeah. So it was this was actually my favorite challenge throughout this whole season. I really liked it. So we get back to the house, and everyone's deliberating. So Anissa pretty much knows she's going in because Leroy and Casey won. Leroy is definitely not going to throw Cam in because that's his girl. He's not going to throw Nani in because that's his best friend. They're pretty much brother and sister. And he can't throw in Amber because Amber is a rogue agent. So that only really leaves Anissa. And Anissa doesn't want to go in. I feel so bad for her because this literally happens to Anissa almost every single challenge. And I'm just like, Anissa, why does this happen to you? Like, I just don't get it. So people are deliberating, and Anissa, you can tell she just doesn't want to go in. Corey's telling her, you know what, you can beat Big T, don't be scared. Anissa still doesn't want to go in. I don't blame her. And then we get to an interesting part of this episode where it's CT versus Fessy. So before this whole altercation between these two guys, Fessy is saying, you know, I think I think CT is just, he's overhyped. He hasn't done much this season or the past couple of seasons. And I don't know how I feel about Fessy coming towards CT. I just feel like CT has done so many of these challenges. You have to just put like respect on this guy's name. And he plays a good game because he's still able to make it far. Whether he's able to make it far because of his name now more than his physical ability, that's still a really good gameplay that you have to put respect on, you know? And also, Fessy has not won Fessy has not won a challenge yet. He has not won a game of the challenge. He has not won that big $1 million check. He's made it to a final on his first season. This is his first season, or this is his second season. First season, he made it to a final, but he didn't win. I feel like you can only talk like that if you actually won, and he hasn't won yet. No disrespect towards Fessy. I like watching him, but yeah, I think that I feel like Fessy needs to eat some humble pie. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Who do you side with, Fessy or CT? And so this thing escalates at the bar where, you know, Fessy, he's talking to CT and he's saying, you know, it's a whole different ball game now. You know, the challenge isn't what it was like a couple years ago. And, you know, the people that he won against aren't like the people now, which I didn't agree with, because CT still won against some fierce competitors. He's won, how many seasons has CT won? I know he for sure has won one. I want to say he's won two. I could be completely wrong though, but he's for sure won one. And those were still fierce competitors. You can't knock anyone down, you know. And yeah, CT's older. He's not in his prime anymore. But like I said, he still has good gameplay. He's still able to make it to the end, you know, even if it's because of, you know, the respect that people have for him. That's still a good gameplay in my book. So how Fessy came at CT. Okay, he's won 3. Okay, so yeah, how Bessie came at CT, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it whatsoever. But so we get to a deliberation, and Anissa does not want to go in. And again, I don't blame the girl whatsoever. I understand why she doesn't want to go in. Both her and Nani always face the same fate almost every single challenge, where they're so close, but then they get called into elimination and they lose, and then they get sent packing home. So uh, the house decides to send in Big T and CT, so Big T can get her gold skull, and Leroy, he has no choice, and I do not hold anything against Leroy for making this decision, but he sends in Anissa. And so the elimination was, I forgot the name of it, but it's when you're like on your back. This is the third time they're doing it. It's on your back, and you have to like scoot your way all the way to the end, and then you have to scoot your way all the way back. And literally, I had no idea who was going to win. I thought this was going to be anyone's game. I'm not going to lie. I was rooting for Big T just because Big T is the underdog, and I always root for the underdog. And, you know, I want to see her make it to the final. And she did so good. She did so good. And I was afraid at first. I thought Anissa was gonna pull through. And don't get me wrong, I love Anissa. Like, I wanted her to make it to the final also. But unfortunately, it was just how the cards were dealt this season. So Big T wins, and I couldn't have been more happier for her, because, you know, she proved to herself, you know what, I can do this. I am a strong competitor. You know, I can make it to the final, and I can possibly win the final. And I respect that. And like I said, we're starting to see a different side of her, which I really like. And I hope we continue to see that. And I hope she continues to get asked back to the challenge, because I really want to see this girl evolve and grow into like beast, like Big T beast. So that would be really cool. So we all think that after Big T gets her gold skull and everyone has their gold skull, everyone's like, yes, are we going to the final? Please tell me we're going to the final. And we find out they are not even close. And is it just me, or is this season really long? And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, because this season is probably one of the best seasons yet. And I don't know, I just feel like it's super long this season. But we find out that they're not even close to being done. Oh, I forgot. So Big T decides to stay with CT. I'm still trying to figure out if that was a good decision or not. I don't know, because I was trying to do it in my head, because what Kyle said was everyone is going to be going for Amber. So she needs to go with Fessy. I don't know. What did you guys think about that? I was trying to wrap my head around that. But she decides to stay with CT, which, okay, I respect that. I would have liked her to switch it up. I would have liked her to go to Fessy. I don't know. I think that would have been pretty cool to see T go to Fessy and switch everything up, but she stayed with CT. And now Amber is with Kyle. And I guess Kyle did not want that. Kyle, you cannot trust the guy. You cannot trust the guy, but I love watching Kyle because he's good TV. But now Kyle is with Amber, and I guess Kyle is worried because everyone's going to be gunning for Amber to go, or all the girls are going to be gunning for Amber to go into that elimination because she is the only rookie girl left. And I guess that's just how the game is going to be this season. So we're going to have to see if Amber can pull through. The thing is, you can't underestimate Amber. Amber is a rugby player. You know, she's a beast. She beat Teresa, which is no easy feat. Teresa is a good player in this game. She's an OG. So I don't know. I feel like no one is safe. And the people who for the women who I want to see make it to this final right now are Nani, Cam, and Big T. I really want those three to make it to the final. And for the guys, of course, Leroy, Corey, and who else? Honestly, just Leroy and Corey for the guys. But what do you guys think? Who do you want to make it to the final? Overall, I want Leroy to win, though. I will say it time and time again. I want Leroy to win. You know, he deserves it. This is his last final. He's retiring, you guys. No more final or no more challenges after this. So he has to win this thing. I am rooting for him so bad. And I'm a little worried because I feel like some people are going to call him out. And we're just going to have to see because everyone is like friends in this game now. So people are going to have to turn on each other. And I don't know how that's going to work. So we'll have to see, I guess. Also, are you guys going to watch the Challenge All-Stars? Because I am going to watch it. I'm so excited. If you guys want me to do a review on the Challenge All-Stars, let me know. And I might just do it. But that is all for this review on the Challenge Double Agents episode 14. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for coming on and watching this. Hope you all have an amazing day. And I'll see you guys next week. Take care.